Hi everybody, this is Carl Gullang of Suzanne Jean Flutes. Normally in the past we've gotten together and we've talked about flutes, we've talked about how to make them, I've demonstrated sound samples. But today I just want to take a couple minutes to share with you a part of my life that I never really have shared before. And it's kind of a rainy, thundering day out there today, so I kind of felt that maybe it was appropriate to do it today. I want to take a moment here and I want to show you a little word. Now, this word here is really nothing major. It's sort of just a simple word. It's this word. Cancer. Not much to look at, is it? It's a simple word. Consists of the third, the first, the 14th, the third, and the fifth, and the 18th letters of the alphabet. Two-syllable word, cancer. Some people may think of cancer as, in astrological terms, they may think of Cancer the crab. Some people may think of the Tropic of Cancer. But there are those of us who think of cancer as something else. Something evil, vile, despicable, a monster, a killer. 3 years ago, last Friday, was the third year since my wife Sue passed away. Now, in case you haven't figured it out by now, Sue is where Suzanne Jean Flutes comes from, because I've always said that I make all my flutes in honor and memory of my wife Sue. My wife was an incredible lady, vibrant, spirited, funny. You never want to get on her bad side though, but we'll talk about that another time. But she was my wife for 32 years. My wife, my best friend, my lover, my companion, my partner. And when she passed away, it was probably the most horrific thing that's ever happened in my life. And it took me to a dark place for 3 years. I just recently came out of that dark place. I guess you could say I came out of the darkness and I'm sort of back in the light. But I've never really shared some things with you about what happened. A lot of the major things that happened, that will always stay within my family. There are things about what we experienced and what my wife experienced that we will never share with anyone. And I hope you respect our privacy for that. Instead, there's some things I just wanted to share with you today about cancer. Things that I learned, as well as a very important lesson that my wife taught me toward the end. The first thing that I want to share with you is my own personal perspective on cancer. Now, some of you may agree with me and some of you may disagree with me. That's perfectly okay. You've got the right to do that. But this is where I stand on cancer. Cancer, in my opinion, is the only disease that we have on this planet that has an intelligence. And it is a vile, vicious, evil, malicious, merciless intelligence. Cancer only knows how to do two things, just two things. It knows how to maim, and it knows how to kill. And I can tell you from what we experienced during the 15 years my wife battled the disease, it does both very, very efficiently. During the time that she was going through her own struggle with disease, her father and her two sisters succumbed to it. My wife had to endure 15 years of surgery, endless chemotherapies. victories, relapses, victories again, relapses again, new drugs, until finally I got to the place where her body just couldn't take it anymore. And I guess that was at that point that she finally said that she was going to end her treatments. And my wife passed away in my arms on August 15th, 2011 at 3:36 a.m. But there's one thing that my wife taught me about cancer that I really wanted to share with you today, probably the most important message. And I'm directing this message out to those out there right now who are fighting this disease even at this present time. First off, understand that my thoughts and prayers are always with all of you. I don't know any of you, but my thoughts and prayers are always with you. And I'll always be there for you. But the thing I wanted to share with you about cancer today is the truth that my wife taught me, and simply this. Cancer only wins when it has destroyed the spirit. Oh, it can maim and ravage the body. I can testify to that. But if cancer can't touch the spirit, the essence, the soul, what makes you, you, what makes me, me, if cancer can't touch that, it doesn't win. And I can tell you that on August 15, 2011, when my wife passed away from this earth and entered into the next life, her spirit was unmarked, unblemished, unscratched, undented, whole, and complete. Cancer didn't win. It didn't win. My wife, I will always believe in my heart that in the final battle that my wife had with the disease, she won. And I'll always believe that in my heart. I wish there was more that I could tell you out there. I wish there was more encouragement that I could give you out there. I can only tell you this, that those of you who are battling disease right now, every single time you have a victory with the disease, every time you kick this monster back, and I call it a monster because that's what it is, but every time you kick it back, I will always be there on the sidelines cheering you on. I mean, I'll be throwing banners, throwing the confetti, the whole 9 yards. I'll always be cheering you on because you are the true warriors. You're the true fighters. You know what this battle is all about. And you will always have my respect and my prayers. So that's really all I wanted to say to you today, folks. I just felt that today was a good time for me to finally share with you what I feel to be a rather important message. You can take what I said for what it's worth. But at the same time also, those of you who are fighting this disease right now, I want you to know that what I just told you is the greatest weapon that you have right now against the disease. Never lose hope. Never lose faith. Never lose your courage. And above all, never, never, never lose your spirit. My wife was living proof, right up to the very end, that this monster can be defeated. One day we will find a cure. One day we will eradicate this thing from off the planet forever. But until that day comes, we keep finding out new things about the disease. We come up with new treatments. But above all, we don't lose hope. Never, ever, ever lose hope. again, please remember, cancer only wins when it has destroyed the spirit. But if it cannot touch the spirit, the monster is defeated. The monster loses. And you triumph. So again, folks, this is Carl Gullang from Suzanne Jean Flutes. Wishing you all a really good day. And the next time we get together, we'll talk more about flutes. We'll talk more about music. And we'll just talk about the simple joy of taking a piece of wood and turning it into something incredible. So until then, everybody out there, you all have a very good day.